All right, so a lot of you have still not gotten the picture, but let me show you something, right?
Hello, gentlemen of the press, senior officers of the command, other staff officers, members of the general public. I want to finally welcome you to today's press conference with the media. On my assumption of duty as Commissioner of Police in Lagos State, I promise all Lagosians, including visitors to the city, that we are going to embark on crime prevention and control throughout the state. These crime prevention and control strategies were adopted to ensure that we nip in the bud all forms of criminality and to ensure that criminals who are suspect are promptly arrested before they commit such an act. And we put in place prompt detection mechanisms to ensure that those crimes that couldn't be prevented are promptly detected to serve as deterrence to who will be criminal anywhere in the state. And these are the pain of, and it has led to so many success stories and achievements for this command in crime management and control throughout the length and breadth of the state. This is not restricted to only crimes and criminality committed during my tenure in office as I've assumed duty in this command. We currently look at all the previous cases of serious crimes and other felonious offenses. Some of them were capital in nature, and equally give a directive after reviewing those files to ensure that the perpetrators don't go unpunished. One of these cases is the case I'm going to parade before you today. It's a case of multiple murder, armed robbery, criminal conspiracy. And I'm happy to tell you that two principal suspects have been identified among about 14 other suspects that are arrested in this regard. 7 were brought to the headquarters after the initial arrest of these 2 suspects, and out of them 2 were granted bail for not connected to this crime. 5 were charged to court on reasonable ground and on prima facie evidences that are available to us that they are involved in complicity in other crimes that are committed around the same period. We have in our custody for this successes that I'm parading before you today, 1 Sajud Fatai, aka Fabo, 40 years of age, and Yusuf Ismail, aka Bariga. In this collection of the crime that they have committed, I will take it one after the other. But before I go into that, the first suspect arrested was Sajud Fatai, aka Fabo, like I've said, Yusuf Ismail, aka Bariga, and linked and connected to the multiple murder that they have committed is one Alhaji Ahmed Tajudeen Akobi, 38 years, who is equally a principal suspect and the sponsor of the 2 murder cases. We are still looking out for 1 Sergi Mascot, 1 Kenny, and 1 Bode. Their full names still being found out during the course of investigation into the matter. These principal suspects were responsible for the gruesome murder of 1 Sheriff Salami Ishola, who was gruesomely murdered on the 18th of April 2023, and 1 Prince Ademola Akinloye, 38 years, who was equally gruesomely murdered on the 26th of August 2024. The first deceased, which Sheriff Salami Ishola, was murdered in broad daylight in Mobatan in Etiosa local government area around 3 p.m. while Prince Ademola Akinloye was also gruesomely murdered in the same circumstance along Chevron Road in Ajiron, Etiosa local government area of Lagos State on the 26th of August 2024. While I go into the detail for clarity and for you to get the details of the offense committed, I'll go into detail so that you can have it on record. On the 18th of April 2023 at about 15:00 hours, the above mentioned suspect, when I say the above mentioned suspect, who is Sefiu Fatai aka Fabo and Yusuf Ismail aka Bariga. Sefiu Fatai aka Fabo and Yusuf Ismail aka Bariga and one Soji mascot and Kenny all of them were armed with locally made pistols and axes and machetes. The first suspect waylaid one Sheriff Salami Shola, now deceased, dragged him to an isolated building on the Mobile Road in Moba town in Aja, Etiosa local government area. Sefiu Salami, one of the principal suspects in custody, confessed that one of the other suspects, who we have frequently mentioned in person of Yusuf, Sefiu Fatai aka Fabo, Yusuf Ismail, Soji mascot, and Kenny, held down the deceased person by name Sheriff Salami Ishola. He was held down in an isolated building and he was shot severally. He was shot severally, and in the process, the victim died on the spot. Further investigation revealed that the two principal suspects carried out this act with one Soji mascot and Kenny to kill Sheriff Salami Sola after severally shooting him. They subsequently flee the scene after the commission of this crime. The two principal suspects, Yusuf Ismail aka Bariga and Sefiu Fatai aka Fabo, both currently in police custody, confessed to the crime and admitted that they carried out the killing on the order and instruction of one Alhaji Ahmed Tajudeen, Akonbi, 38 years, who hired them to kill the deceased Sheriff Salami Isola. The second case, let me take the second case. On the 26th August 2024, the same suspect that I mentioned earlier on, in person of Sefiu Fatai aka Fabo and Yusuf Ismail aka Bariga, confessed to be part of the gang that killed one Prince Ademola Akinloye, the son of Koba Adetunji Akinloye, the Ojomu of Ajiron land, Etiosa local government area in Lagos State, in similar circumstances with the killing of the first victim, who is Sheriff Salami Ishola. The deceased was shot severally. The deceased was shot severally along Chevron Road in Ajiron, Etiosa local government area at about 11:00 hours on the 26th of August 2024 by the same gang, headed by Sefiu Fatai aka Fabo, 40 years, and Yusuf Ismail, Soji mascot, and one other Kenny. The two principal suspects, now in police custody, have made useful statements and equally voluntary statement, and further confessed that one Alhaji Tajudeen Akonbi, 38 years, paid them the sum of 2 million naira. Paid the sum of 2 million naira to them, 500,000 naira each, 3 days after they have done the killing of the first victim, who is Sheriff Salami Ishola, on the 18th April 2023, and promised them other opportunity, including opportunity to travel outside the country, to travel abroad, and promised them other position in the society. Despite the voluntary conventional statement volunteered by the two principal suspects, investigation is being intensified to arrest other suspects at large and bring them to justice. The Lagos State Police Command will ensure that no stone is left unturned in ensuring that we arrest the other three suspects still at large. Though these murder cases happened in 2023 and 2024, before I became the Commissioner of Police for Lagos State, the cases were reopened subsequent to many petitions and complaints that we have received from members of the public that those cases were not concluded, and people were calling to know what has the police done in ensuring that we resolve those cases and bring perpetrator to justice. Subsequently, on my directive, more fact emerges on the perpetrator of this crime. I therefore directed a further discreet and a thorough further investigation into the matter, and this yielded results on the arrest of Sefiu Fatai, aka Fabo. He was arrested on the 24th of January 2026. His confession to the police of the other suspects that were involved in the case led to the arrest of Yusuf Ismaila, aka Bariga, on the 6th of February 2026. After a thorough painstaking examination of the facts and other prima facie evidences linking and connecting Alhaji Ahmed Tajudeen Akanbi, 38 years, Soji Mascot, and one other called Kenny, I hereby declared Alhaji Ahmed Tajudeen Akanbi, 38 years, who is the CEO and MD of Amta Jek and Amrock Mark Company in Ajiran, Etiosa local government, wanted for the various roles that he has played in the commission of the two gruesome murder of these two victims. His last known address is Victoria Bay, Gate 1, Royal Pine Estate, Orchard Road, Ikota, Lekki in Etiosa local government. Is wanted in connection with these two cases of murder. We have done reasonably well to be able to trace him around, to do our due diligence that is expected of us in investigation like this, but he has gone into hiding. So we want to encourage all Lagosians, Nigerians generally, and everyone across the world to know that Alhaji Ahmed Tajudeen Akanbi has been declared wanted in connection with these two murder cases. I want to conclude by saying that for the point of emphasis, he is being declared wanted for the murder of Sheriff Salami Ishola, who was gruesomely murdered on the 18th of April 2023 at Mobatan in the Etiosa local government area, Lagos State, and the murder of Prince Ademola Akinloye, who was equally gruesomely murdered on the 26th of August 2024 along Chevron Road, Ajirantan in the Etiosa local government. The declaration of wanted person equally include one Soji Mascot, Kenny, and one body. The other names are equally being investigated so that we can make it public. I subsequently want to re-emphasize that we urge members of the public in Lagos State, other states of the Federation, and people across the world to report this declared person, if seen, to the nearest police station or through our distress call numbers, which is 07061019374. And also they can reach us on 0806515 4338, and also 08063299264. We have other two numbers which I will equally take. We equally have 08039344870, and lastly through 09168630929. Thank you and God bless.
Daddy,